B,
What's up?
what's been a positive and or a negative experience you've had with social distancing?
A positive or a negative
Experience you've had with social distancing, because people are going crazy, like literally they're going mad in the streets. Like who's been kind and who's been unkind?
I've had I actually had someone in the grocery store, like when it first started and everyone started putting the stupid tape all over the floor. I didn't follow the rules of the tape, and she got really, really annoyed with me, and she sounded like she was going to take my head off. And if for people that know me, I wanted to take her head right back off, because like, my girl, like, it's a piece of tape. Like, who's like, come on, get it together. Just
Who looks down?
No, honestly, that's number one. Like, weren't you taught to look? Yeah, like, weren't you taught to look first?
You gotta look straight ahead. Like,
I look down a lot still, but that's
now
not
in
even the
COVID
point.
time. In COVID time, you gotta look down, guys. You gotta look down.
I got that dish, dish, dish. I got that dish. I got that dish. Dish.
Hey y'all, it's Onika,
And it's your girl B.
and you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing today, B?
You know, as always, scratching and surviving.
Good times,
Yeah.
hanging in a child.
No,
I gotta do
I
it
will
every
be
time.
after.
You will be in the child line.
I will be in some sort of child line
All
after.
right. Good to know. I had my Solara before we started taping. I had a couple nibbles. It was the last of
Couple
my
nibbles.
Solara. For all of you
You're
that don't
lucky
know
the
what that
camera
is,
wasn't recording.
it's called red coconut. It's a red coconut cake. I've only just to answer my own question though. I have only basically had bad experiences with social distancing since this whole gamut started. Same thing. It's like grocery stores. People are going mad in the grocery stores. Like they're being told what lineups to line up in, what to do, where to go, how to do it.
People don't even care
Like,
about the safety bubble. Like
this, they don't. They're
6
not
meters.
six feet.
6
not
feet,
even
sorry.
meters. 2 meters. 6 feet.
It should be 6 meters. People need to learn some safe distancing,
boundaries.
social bubble.
Boundaries. But this. Like she must have been 70. Shouldn't even have been outside as far as I'm concerned. You should have been isolating or quarantining.
Oh, this is your experience. Okay.
This is my experience in one of the local grocery stores. I won't say which one because I'm not trying to get sued or anything. So, I like there was a pallet, like, and she was a wee woman, like she was wee, like she was tiny. So there was a pallet, and I went to go ask 6 feet away from the guy. Went to go ask one of the service workers, like, where something was. Like, I think it was like pie or something. I don't know. Obviously, I'm eating more than I normally would, which is the thing with social distancing. We'll get to that. But yeah, so I went to go ask him where like quiche was, and I crossed her path. Right?
Oh, I remember you telling me about this. Oh my gosh.
And this woman went ballistic. She's like, "You effing bitch. You need to be social distancing." I'm like, "You little old lady, I should wash your mouth out with soap." Like you shouldn't even know those types of words. Like you're so old. That was like before your time.
That you should be
Blasting me. And she's lucky my cousin Nikki, who's a hardcore Christian, was on the phone. And she's lucky I found Jesus in 2019 because I was ready to cuss her down in that store. I'm not even joking with you. Like I was and this is the thing with connectivity and social distancing and this whole movement that's now in the dictionaries and all over. Everything's, people are sending out mail about social distancing and what you have to do and where you have to go and how you have to do it. And, you know, even interactions with strangers that we used to like be accustomed to, saying a friendly hello or shaking someone's hand when you meet them or giving your friend a hug. Like we can't do any of those things anymore. And it's driving us absolutely nuts, I think.
Oh yeah. You have random people who used to pass you straight decide to stand up and talk to you and have, how are you? How have you been in this day?
Both ways.
Like, every which direction. You have strangers that want to be your friends and friends that want to be a stranger now. Like so.
Exactly. I'm just coming off of being at my parents' house and at their condo. I spent a week there. It was interesting. You know, it's always interesting being in the dainty household. But what was most interesting was the people that live in their building. None of them listen to this podcast, so I'm going to blast them out. I met an interesting woman, and she did not social distance at all. She was in my face. I was having a cigarette, and this just goes back to last week's episode about racism. I just wanted to touch on this really quickly. Because not only was she not social distancing, and she was kind of in my face. She was talking about how, I just had, this is weighing heavy on my chest. I just need you to know that I love black people. I love... She's in my face. Not first of all, we're in COVID time. You don't. I don't need you to express to me and we're in a climate right now, as we talked about last week.
We are in a state of emergency still,
on two different fronts at this point, right? So she felt the need to be in my space because I'm thinking the cigarette smoke is enough. I've been social distancing since I've been smoking since I was 21 because nobody ever wants to come near a smoker, right? So I've been getting ready for this for years. I've been getting ready for this for years. I'm a smoker, right? So she's in my face and she's like, I just want you to know I love black people. Dark people are beautiful. I'm like, first of all, saying dark people, saying,
you're still putting a little bit of colorism,
little colorism in there, I would say. But she tried her best. I appreciate you, old lady that harassed me when I was having my cigarette and did not social distance whatsoever. She just was wanting to know everything about my family and who we are and what we do in the building and where we live. It was quite the interesting. We had to close the window. Sorry, guys. That's what that noise was like.
There's no getting around it.
Honestly, no, because I left for a week, right? So I was socially distant from my house for a week, and I forgot to take out the garbage.
Oh, you're gonna expose yourself?
I'm gonna expose myself. I forgot to take out the garbage.
It's so true, guys.
And throw away the fruits. I was just in a rush to get out of here. So because there was so much that had happened.
You were just
in this
over
apartment
the social distancing.
So as you well know, I'm not gonna put my life on blast. But there was so much happening in this space in the last 2 months. I was really anxious to get out of here. So I forgot to throw out my garbage. And for some reason, my fridge didn't close either because I live in the ghetto. And sometimes your freezer opens and your fridge pops open like a cartoon. The pop like a freaking cartoon. And so that's what happened in my apartment stank. So that's what happened.
That's what that closing.
So we had to breeze it out before Al came. Because I can let Al know.
You could let Al know. Now letting him know. Let the world know.
But I could let Al know.
Fair enough. Social distancing, people.
Oh, my gosh. Oh. I have a
newsflash.
Read this a couple days ago because everything's been, COVID-19, coronavirus, novel coronavirus in the news. But they had an article on social distancing and mental health. A recent survey done by Stats Canada suggests that Canadians are taking physical distancing and social distancing very seriously, more so than most spaces around
That's
the world.
why you got cussed out.
That's why I got cussed in the grocery store by a 70-year-old lady. She's taking it muy seriously. So they also, the Chief Public Health Officer, Dr. Teresa Tam, I think that's the lady you see on CP24.
I'm not too sure. I'm not good with names.
Yeah, I think it's her. I think her last name is Tam. Said that the survey on COVID showed that 1 in 5 respondents reported symptoms consisting with moderate or severe anxiety. So 1 in 5. That's a pretty high number.
Is it? I thought it would be higher.
I think it's actually on par with the 1 in 5 Canadians that suffer from mental health issues at this point. But it's
you think it'd be more now?
You think it would be more at this point?
People are home with their children.
Yeah.
Lost jobs.
I know how that feels.
Yep. So
results also show more Canadians are increasing their consumption of alcohol, junk food, and sweets as this pandemic begins. I discovered peanuts with honey and sesame seeds on them, and I'm obsessed with them.
I've discovered coconut cream, whipped cream.
Oh,
so
delish.
that and strawberries have been my go-to.
That's been your go-to? That's been your go-to.
Anything for you, Al? Anything that's been your go-to for this
COVID situation, culture?
It's too much fast food.
You know, aren't you tired of
my
it?
gosh.
I'm tired of it. I can't even.
Chick-fil-A.
You're terrible. I haven't even had Chick-fil-A yet since it's
I had
touched down
Chick-fil-A.
in Canada. I'm
I
so
had
upset.
Chick-fil-A like 2 weeks ago. It was so
Forget you,
good. I had,
Torontonian
like, 2
people.
sandwiches.
I'm so suburban.
It's so
we don't have
so
have
good.
that. We don't have Chipotle.
Oh, and
like,
you know
we're
what my
just
other
suffering.
go-to has been? Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh my gosh.
Yuck.
I can consume 12 of those bitches like without even batting an eye.
I got sick after 4, so
Like,
that just goes to show everybody.
When you have access, like Foodora, I'm calling out all of them. Uber Eats, it's too easy
to
get into this game.
Yeah.
To get into this eating
Skip
game.
the dishes. You got me on skip the dishes. I'm so upset
oh
with
my
you.
gosh, it's too much. It's too much.
I got a $10 coupon the other day though, so I barely got food. I basically got food for nothing, so that was exciting.
Yeah, when you get those perks because you eat so much, those are the perks. Those are the perks. So Tam was encouraging everyone, to take advantage of health resources available. So visit canada.ca/coronavirus for support, or reach out through Wellness Together Canada. That's a portal apparently. Either you can find it online or at Google in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. I feel like we haven't done it. We haven't done the episode together. That was the past host. Whose name will God mention? So that was the past host. But I feel like we should revisit mental health.
Okay.
Like, I feel like that's going to be an upcoming episode for us, just because, like, originally I feel like when I had done that episode, there was no social distancing. So you had options in regards to where you can get your mental health services. But those services, as I well know, have been all shut down.
Cease to exist
at a moment in time where people are really suffering. They're struggling. They're showing more signs of depression and anxiety as a result of social distancing. They're really struggling mentally, dealing with not being able to connect with family and friends, and, as I said even earlier, even strangers. So this is a time where they need those services, and those services aren't there for them.
So you have to go to online.
So you have to kind of bite the bullet and try to find online sources. So I'm going to do my best to do some research and see, what online services there are that are positive versus the negative ones, or the ones that cost. Because I know people, as we said before, are experiencing loss of jobs, so they might not even be able to afford some of the online services that are out there. But I'm going to try to give, and we're going to try to give Story a broad scope of what's available in the upcoming weeks.
For sure.
So what is social distancing exactly? This is this new fad term. We know everyone knows 2 meters and 6 feet apart, but apparently it refers to a variety of measures which are actually aimed to increase the physical distance between people. So
that's a fair definition.
Yeah, that's a fair definition. It's not quarantine. It's not isolation, which are completely, apparently, different things. And they've all kind of been mashed together to mean one thing to everyone right now. Quarantine refers to... What is quarantine? I have it somewhere. Oh, there it is. When you separate people who have been exposed to a contagious pathogen away from people who have not been exposed, and you monitor signs of illness. So that's quarantine.
Okay, so that's like you're already sick. You're already infected.
You may or may not be infected, but it's like the travel quarantine, the 14 days after. You may or may not, but you might have been exposed. Whereas isolation, you're separate from people who have the contagious disease. You separate people who have the contagious disease from people who do not. So that's the difference between quarantine, isolation, and social distancing is what we all know it is. It's 6 feet and 2 meters.
It's the new club scene at every grocery store happening near you. All them lineups, people.
If you hit it before like 10 o'clock, you're good.
Who has time to hit it before 10 o'clock?
If you get to the stores before 10 in Toronto, you usually
I get in my car at 10 o'clock after I situate my children. So.
But the lineups have been crazy. Everywhere, like you said, looks like club.
It looks like club. Like I might as well get dressed up, wear my fur slides, and like do the damn thing. But I have a man, so I mean, who am I clubbing for? I'm going with tracksuits it's just ridiculous. Like, let me give you a case in point. This is why I call it the club now. So I went to the one day that I sacrificed because I haven't been to Walmart in basically 3 months. But I really needed a fan, so I had to go. So I went to go get a fan, and I'm waiting in this long lineup at Walmart, Womp, and there's these little teeny boppers pulled up in their mom's swooped up, like, I think it was like an Infinity SUV with a little baby pit bull bumping music with their little girlfriends.
Oh, waiting in the Walmart line?
No, not even waiting in the line. They're just waiting in the parking lot. Like if they have to just parlaying. Like if it's a chill, like if it's chill
Fast
spot.
And Furious.
Yeah, like
race wars.
Like what is going on?
I watched Fast and Furious this weekend. So I'm like race wars.
Like some type of foolishness. And it's broad daylight too. It's not like I was trying to roll to walk. Like everything closes at 6.
Oh my god!
So it was just ridiculous. Like I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. So I'm like, oh, every place is clearly the club. Like we're out here waiting in lines. People are parlaying by their cars, bumping music. Like what all we need now is a food truck, as far as I'm concerned.
The food trucks are coming
we need that
back
soup.
out.
We need that soup, and we need that jerk chicken, as far as I'm concerned. That's all it is.
That's all you need. And then you got a parking lot party. But I want to talk a little bit more about the rates of depression and anxiety going up, because they have to do studies now. They have to like throw together. It's like this last minute like
it's
throw
essential.
together like thing where it's an essential. We need studies. We're like give us more studies.
Give us information. We're sitting at home doing nothing.
We're starving for it, and they're saying since the SARS, H1N1, and Ebola hit.
Mm-hmm.
They've done studies about what affects not social distancing, obviously, but public
pandemics
and
health
like
concerns.
public health concerns and the measures that they take for public health concerns, what effect they have on people's mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And they find an increase in depression and anxiety in those people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's certain even groups of people that are more prone to having an emotional impact based on things like pandemics and what we're going through now with social distancing and not being able to connect with one another. So those are people who are 16 to 24-year-olds, women, which is not surprising to me at all.
No, we have children.
It's not even that we have children. It's that I find that women, like in general, unless like women go out, we have at least 2 or 3 times more that's not what I want to say. Women, we socialize more.
Yeah, we're more out.
We're more out. We're in the clubs. We're at the restaurants.
Cafes.
We're at the cafes.
We're at Starbucks.
We plan coffee dates. We plan journaling dates. We plan whatever dates. Like we're always planning and going out. So to be caught inside our homes and not being able to, and especially like someone like me who's like single living alone.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, that wasn't the case for the last little while, but let's not put me on blast, Onika. Let's not put me on blast.
Yeah, please.
But now I'm, going forward, I'm going to be like, once you guys get out of here, I'll be alone. I'll be like, and I'll probably call you by tonight. Like,
listen.
So pick up your phone.
No, I refuse.
People have a history of psychiatric illness. I'm a woman. I have a history of psychiatric illness. Like, you got to pick up your phone, B. You got to.
No.
And people who have one child.
I pay for your Hey You. Find something on
That's true. Vanderpump Rules it's going to be lit in a minute. So, people who have one child. So
I have 2. So what is...
As opposed to having none or more than... But you're to entertain each other.
Not all the time.
But most of the time.
Thank God. But I mean...
That's what I'm saying. They entertain each other. If you have one child, you're just like with that child. Like, you have to be that child's entertainment. And if they can't talk on top of it, like, what are you, are you trying to, like, is that the new language you're learning? Because you want to be more, like, you stimulate your brain, you're learning baby talk? No, you're not. Like, you're dealing with one child. You have to focus on that one child. I have none, so I'm cool.
You're like, I'm copacetic.
I'm copacetic, sir. I'm cool. Yeah, so those are the groups that are the most vulnerable. And I was on a call with, we all know Emily. She was on the show. I can't remember how long ago Emily was on the show, but she's become my very, very dear friend. And she is currently a distance away in a place where, you know, there's not as many COVID cases, and she's with her family. And she called me, and you could, Em, I love you, but I could hear the crazy in your voice. And she's not a crazy person, but I think social distancing,
like cooped up,
and the fact that she's like with her parents, and like there's in-law situation, there's like she has a son, like there's all this like elements where she's off into like the far off lands. At least here with social distancing, we still see people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're still on the street. We still see people. But like in her situation, she's at a distance, and you could hear it just in her voice. Like, I need to talk to you. Like, I've never felt someone who's needed connection more than I'm going to make sure. Don't worry, girl. I'm going to call you this week. We're going to get on a call. We'll chat it out. Don't worry. Like, stay connected. That's one of the things you need to do.
We're in this together.
We're in this together, girl. You know, so people are really, really feeling it. I also know people who are suffering from severe depression. It's like week like 13 or 14.
I don't even count anymore.
I stopped watching the news week
This is
6.
what they wanted. They wanted us to stop counting and just
stop counting and
this
just
is a
like,
way of life.
Now they're opening up in phases. We're at the gate, people, and we're breaking it down. Like, that is what's up. We are at the gate. We're not waiting for you to open it in phases. We're breaking this bitch down, and we are going outside. Summertime is here. Mm-hmm. Summertime is coming. Where's your COVID?
We are not sitting at home. Lonely.
Yes. So honestly, we're breaking this bitch down. We're not social distancing anymore. You saw Trinity Bellwood Park that first hot weekend.
Listen, I'm still ashamed of you people. Like, I'm still ashamed of you people that came out like that. I'm ashamed.
I'm not ashamed. You should have at least wore masks though. Like,
come on, guys. Like, why did it look like Victoria Day weekend at Harborfront? Like, relax.
People have lost it. They've lost it.
At Woodbine Beach. Like, relax. Relax.
They were just like chilling. Mm-mm. And it's getting worse. It's like if people are buying dogs just so they could go walk them.
Just for a legal excuse. Do you have the license? Do you have the license?
Like, oh my gosh.
It's funny, actually. I went out walking the other day with the baby, and there was a family of foxes just at the beach.
Like, because
everything's just, yeah, like people were gone for so long, and now everyone's just showing back up, and they're so confused. Like, where did
the people come from? We had this land for 11 weeks.
Dang.
Like,
oh
no,
my gosh.
We ruled. Don't worry about it. No, but there's also like a range. I was talking about the emotions that people are feeling, like fear and anxiety, and it's 100% normal to feel fear in a time like this, because you don't know if you have it, you don't know if you could catch it, you don't know, because there was a time when Black people thought they couldn't catch it, right?
Yeah, we thought we were immune. Let's call the spade a spade. We thought we were immune for a little point of time. We're like, our melanin is where it's at. It can't come through this barrier. We learned our lessons. We laugh now.
It's funny. Like, if you don't
ignorance
laugh,
is bliss.
Cry. Like, if you don't laugh at a pandemic, you will cry.
Ignorance is bliss. We were going with ignorance back then.
Like,
week 2? Week 2?
It just Elba comes on the scene, and he's like, Black people, you can get it.
You can
definitely get it. We can get it. Black people,
we are not immune.
We are not immune. Black people. It was so funny.
It was like, what?
You have to social distance.
It just wouldn't lie to us.
It just wouldn't lie. His wife looked a little sketchy, but because she was all up under him, like, doesn't he have to COVID? Like, should you
Listen, when you are married,
like, you're like, you got COVID, I got COVID.
exactly.
Like,
What did the vows say? Like, it's sickness and through health. So
like,
my girl wrote it out for her, man.
Wrote it
She's
out.
like, you got COVID, I got COVID.
Yeah. So there was a time where like we were just walking around like super free, fun loving, like having a good time. Like black people can't get it. Like cancer, we can't get that. Like skin cancer, we can't get skin cancer. No, I'm
not
just
a
saying,
fact,
that's
but
not
like
a fact. That's
ignorance
not a
is
fact.
bliss.
But once again, ignorance is bliss. It was like the whole thing we feel with the sun. Like we can't get skin cancer. That's the thing with black people. You know it is. Like I used to say it before I met.
We can't get sunburned. And then the one time
sunburn.
I got sunburned, I changed my tune.
Change your tune. You changed your tune. But yeah, like we were thinking we were immune. Then the young people weren't following the social distancing rules, so
only old people can get it. That
only
was
old people can get it. But my whole thing with the young people, that scare tactic that they used for them, I saw an image. This looked like completely photoshopped. Like it looked like every white girl between the ages of 16 and 24, basically, that you've ever seen in your life. It just looked like a generic picture.
Okay.
And it was like, yeah, this girl, you know, she has COVID. She tested positive for COVID. Trying to convince like the young people,
like you don't know,
you could get it too, right? Like that's how I felt about that advertisement when I saw it. Like I felt like they weren't listening to you, so you had to like create an image of someone in their age range that they could possibly relate to, that will cause them and cause fear and anxiety and cause them to start social distancing.
Well, now they have to, you know, sort that ish out. You cause these problems where you show these images, they're gonna have to mentally, you know, recover, if anything, long.
I don't know. I just like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about social distancing anymore, because I feel like I'm forgetting to do it. Like I'm not accustomed to it, to the point where, and I don't think I even go out enough at this point.
You don't. So that's what, like,
I don't go. That's the difference. Like you have your car, so you run errands for mom and dad, so you go out, you're out there all the time, so you're conscious, you're aware of it. Like when we were in Staples, I just trotted into Staples, didn't look down, didn't look at the arrows on the ground, didn't look at the
funny
signs.
that I just followed suit.
You just followed suit because you know.
I didn't even care. I'm like we're getting one thing. Let's go and get out.
Go. Like I just walked. Like the store was just cleared out for me. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like.
Honestly,
the store
though,
was cleared just for me to get my pens and my journals. Like I didn't even think about social. And I was like like when I was at Staples, because I went to 2 Staples this week. I forgot about the memory card. So the other Staples, I was in the guy's face. And I'm like, oh, sorry, social distancing. Sorry, my bad, sir. He goes, oh, I forgot to. Don't worry about it. Everyone's so lax now. Like, he's wearing his gloves. His gloves have holes in them. And
oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I was looking at this guy.
Pause.
What's the point?
Pause.
What's the
First
point?
of all,
you have oversized gloves with holes in them.
First of all, some companies have explaining to do.
A lot of companies have explaining to do. Like they shouldn't even be reopening. Like to that point. So much as like encouraging all the social distancing stuff, they shouldn't even be reopening.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like it's just people are starting to get really tired. And the more like, and apparently I was just barely like on the cusp of listening to something on CNN, because our dad loves CNN.
Oh, 24/7.
24/7 news cycle on CNN. Literally the last 8 days of my life have been CNN. But they're saying there's been a spike in 18 states of COVID because of all the
reopenings,
the reopenings and all the rioting and the Houston, Texas,
They have like the least, like they just said fuck it for all the laws, all the restrictions, and now
they just like open up, they've skyrocketed. Okay, yeah, so like 18 states have seen a spike.
We're about to be on a permanent lockdown, people.
Oh my gosh,
I mean, knock on wood. But
honestly, but is social distancing working? Is it working? Is it even?
But it's the thing. It probably was for a little bit, but they took it away too quick to really know if it was, because remember, the numbers dropped. The numbers dropped for a reason. Mm-hmm. People were home in between those times. You got to wait 2 weeks for people to get, you know, the infection, as they said, or whatever the case may be. So it could have possibly been working, but we'll never know now. because there's no way people could be held down again for another 3 to 6 months.
Oh,
just
gosh.
to see.
No, just to guess.
Yeah, just to
Like guessing
guesstimate.
games.
No,
Yeah,
no, they screwed the pooch on that one.
they certainly did. Boredom obviously is a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, because you can't connect with people anymore and you have to stay inside.
My daughter's just on the tablet.
I'm on Netflix
All the time.
All the time.
I am. I just went from Grey's Anatomy season 1 to season 15, and I thought there was season 16 on there. It's not.
Oh my
so
gosh,
I
you
have
discovered
to.
there's no season 16?
Nope. So I'm gonna. Well, we
Oh
have
my
Bell, so
gosh.
I'll just watch it on demand.
Oh my gosh.
But
That would break
highly,
me.
it definitely broke.
That
me.
would break me.
It definitely did.
The end of Dynasty broke me.
It broke. I don't even know what to do with myself. There's nothing good on Netflix right now.
I used to, and there's so many, and I'm coming up with, I'm going to just, like, whatever, get to the suggestions of what people can do to deal with social distancing and what's going on in the world today. But one of the things, shoot, I lost my thought. Oh, I hate when that happens. You can't even, your routine is messed up.
Oh, yeah.
You have no routine.
People that go to the gym at 6 a.m. can't go to the gym. Gotta figure out a home routine, a home
workout. Like, Kanika's struggling with that.
There's a lot of virtual workout classes.
Yeah,
and stuff
I know,
like that,
but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
And like, I used to be up at 5 a.m. Like, now I go to bed later because I'm Netflixing till 10 or 11.
And then wake up at like 8 or something.
I wake up at 8, 9. Like,
I don't mind the kids waking up a little later, eh? I used to wake up at like, 6.
Yeah.
I still do, but at least I don't have to get up and, like prepare lunch
and do all that
all type of things. Yeah, like it's just, we wake up when we want to. So, I mean,
yeah.
I understand where it could break routine, but some routine breaks are good.
And do you feel the anger, frustration, and irritability in everybody around you right now?
Yeah, I just stay up to myself.
Because
I'm the host of all of what you just said.
The anger, frustration,
and irritability. Like, I could snap on anyone at any point.
At any given
moment.
And like that little 70-year-old lady, she didn't know what kind of black girl I was. I could have been a Cardi B. I could have been.
I've been killing them with kindness for so long that I'm a bomb waiting to explode.
They're just in your business. Like, I hate to go back to this, but it was really shocking. It was a whole culture shock in the suburbs for me.
Like, it's just
social distancing was the least of my problems.
Like, it's just when you kill them with kindness, you're just a bomb waiting to go off. So I understand. I understand that it's so hard to keep sanity.
Like, I'm mad at the
and
government.
Like, I'm mad at everybody.
I'm mad at everyone. Everyone's just making me mad.
Everyone could get it. Everyone could catch these hands or this attitude.
Anytime. We talked about how the domestic violence rate has gone up. Like, any little thing will make people snap these days.
Right?
I've seen it in front of my own 2 eyes. I have seen the destruction. Like, stigmatization. That's a whole thing in itself. Like, if you got it, nobody wants to be around
Nobody
you.
could differentiate a cough anymore.
No.
Allergies? Colds? COVID?
What? COVID? Like,
what is
cough?
the difference?
Like,
do you know actually Flow? For everyone that's never heard, Flow is our radio station for Toronto, our
urban radio station.
One of them.
The urban stations.
But the other day they actually played 2 different types of cough, and they're like, "Could you determine which one is a cough from spicy foods or a cough from infection?" And you want to catch the joke? I'm there confidently like, that's an infection cough. And Blake, one of the radio hosts, she's like, no. She's like, that one's really flubby. That was an infection cough. And she was right. And I was so upset. I was like, oh damn, I wouldn't even know if someone's got COVID or if they've eaten a spicy chimichanga.
Someone said to me, like, before you had to, like, to cover up a cough, you had to fart. Now to cover up a fart. No, wait. To cover up a fart, you had to cough. Now to cover up a cough, you have to fart.
What
have COVID.
You alone, not me, not
They
me.
think that I have
I'd
COVID.
rather just cough and take the looks.
No, like
And be like, I have COVID. What's good? Like,
up.
stay that 6 feet or more away.
Keep the distance. No,
Like, back it up.
You don't know how crazy people get when they think you have this virus. Like,
whatever. Are they gonna stab me? Are they gonna end my life?
They might. You don't know what people are capable of. Like,
I know, right?
in
With
this COVID
with
place,
these 2 to 3 months locked up in their houses, everybody
they're going just madness,
insane.
And we're allowed to use these terms. I say this all the time. Words only have the power that you give them to hurt you.
Insane in the membrane.
So, like, when I say crazy and insane, like, I call myself that sometimes. So,
people probably call people worse. So
yeah. So don't, like, I don't want anyone writing in and being like, yeah, your language. Like, that really irritates me. Just, it's my podcast. So, like, whatever. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna say what I want. So I wanted that to be COVID clear.
Oh my gosh.
COVID clear. Like, no, but some of the things that you could do to take care of your mental health: stay connected and maintain social networks. So, like, through technology, obviously, I would never stay connected to you, Bianca, or Elliot through a Zoom call. I've recently had a very bad experience with Zoom. I won't get into it because it's none of your business. But
just mind your business. Just mind your business.
Back up. So, like, I've recently had a bad experience with Zoom, so don't ever Zoom call me because I won't answer you. But, like, other means, like FaceTime, WhatsApp, just stay connected. If your phone's big enough, and mine isn't, but if your phone's big enough, it's like if you're almost in the same room with the person. That's what it feels like. Mom has a huge phone, so her phone is huge. So, yeah. So stay connected and maintain your social networks, Facebook, Instagram, all the different Snap, Twitter, and Twitter.
All that social.
All the social medias. The social medias, as Grandma Judy would say, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, the Snapchat. Try to follow your usual routine as much as possible. So waking up at the same time every day, going to bed at the same time every day, eating dinner at the same time every day, like things that you normally would do, but then just fill the other, 18,000 hours with other things. But try to follow your routine, I guess, as much as possible. I'm going to try to start tomorrow, get up by like 6, 7.
Not going to happen, but good attempts. Good attempts.
It probably she knows
considering me. That the door didn't open for my child for a couple of days early.
She knows my sleep pattern.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try. I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I will fail.
E for effort.
E for effort. Try to stay active. I'm also going to try to go on a jog tomorrow. I'm back in my space.
Full swing, eh?
I'm back at it. I ate a lot at my parents' house, like at least 7 times a day.
Yeah, which the recommended doses, as everyone knows, is 3. So
it's 3, yeah. So I like maybe like 3 times that. I had a lot of snacks. I had a lot of people cooking a lot of different things for me. There were a lot of moving parts. I didn't get my eggs Benedict though. I
don't even care. Good. You got seafood pasta.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. She made Is that a effing centipede on my Bianca? Do something about this.
What the hell do you want me to do about this?
Oh! Don't let it touch me. Sorry, nature has come inside. There was a centipede of some kind or a bug of some kind on my notebook. It's being taken care of. Not to worry.
I hope it doesn't go on the chair.
Oh, it's not a bed bug for sure. That's all I can say. It's definitely not one of those. Get as much sunlight, fresh air, and nature as you can. I manage the sunlight and fresh air probably daily, especially when I'm down here because I do like to walk when I'm in my neighborhood. You have big
windows. You have a balcony.
I have a balcony that I have my cigarettes on because I don't like smoke in the house. So, yeah, I still have it's a west-facing balcony. So by around this time, which is 3:30, there's sunlight just splashing onto the balcony. So I have my comfort here. So nature I need more of. I almost had too much in the suburbs. I don't know. It was weird.
You do. It's nice.
It's like a lot of shrubbery.
I miss it.
It's a lot of shrubbery. I found a trail by the house, though, that I want to start walking. So, find ways to keep busy. I don't know what this even means, because there's only so many things you could do to stay busy during COVID. You've played every video game. You've played every board game.
Right? I took out all
You've
my
read
Xbox
every book.
13 game or 30.
You've read every book. You've meditated. You've yogaed. You've exercised. You've Netflixed. You've chilled. You've done it all. You've done it all at this point. There's only so much. We need to be outside. We're not gonna take it.
Good song, eh? For your COVID anthem?
That's my COVID anthem. No, we're not gonna take it. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. Looking forward to meeting you again.
Oh, he did a COVID special, Did you see that?
Yeah, you did. That's what I'm watching tonight.
It was fire. I didn't even get to finish it. It's on his YouTube and it's on Instagram.
It's on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta watch that tonight. Mm-hmm. Hey, Dave. Love you. Keep your mind stimulated. Again, how much stimulation, other than outside stimulation, can we're talking sex, drugs, and rock and roll at this point. That's all we've got left.
Read a book.
Read it. You've read all the books. You've read all the books that are probably in your house, which are books that you've never even read before.
Right.
Don't fool yourself into thinking every book in your house you had read. You've read all those books now. You can't even go to Chapters to pick up a new book because Chapters is in phase 4.
Kindle, Amazon Prime.
I need a physical book. I'm sorry.
I know. I understand.
You know how I am. I'm a bibliophile. I need a physical book. And all the books have been read. So I might have one or two on the shelf that I still have to read. But, you're reading to what ends.
Exactly. To what ends?
To what ends? Set limits on media consumption and sources. You know how limited I am on my media consumption sources? The first time I saw the news was at your house. At mom and dad's.
Well, you don't own a TV. So.
I don't own a TV. I don't I haven't clicked on my CP24 button in maybe my app in maybe 5 weeks. So I don't know if the numbers are rising, going left or right or up or down.
We've gone down. We're under 300, but still.
I just can't be bothered to it's not that I can't be bothered to know what's going on in the world. It's just that the world is such a messed up place right now.
It's depressing.
It's super depressing. I had a grade 7 teacher, Mr. Thompson. Shout out to Mr. Thompson for giving me this advice in grade 7. He's the world is a horrible place already as it is. Kids should not be watching the news. Young people, he goes, even adults shouldn't really be watching the news the way it affects your brain, right? There's so much awful stuff on the news. There's one feel-good story to 30 awful stories.
It's true.
So... I've carried that with me throughout life. I'm not a fan of the news, not like Papa Dainty is. I just cannot stand the news. So because you see yourself physically changing, you even feel it in your brain, the change you feel when you hear the numbers or you see something has gone wrong or there's a racial riot or whatever.
You feel the anger builds up. You feel
You feel the helplessness and the hopelessness. And I don't need that on top of being isolated from and quarantined and isolated and social distance from the people that I love and the people that I don't even like all that much. I miss the people in my building that I don't even like seeing on a regular basis.
I told you.
Those are the people I miss. I miss my regular sit outside on the
even
front porch.
Strangers and friends. Anybody.
And friends.
Everybody.
Everybody. It's just social distancing. So seek additional help when needed. Where are we getting this help? There's another episode. Access. What's access like right now?
Well, we'll discuss that
we'll
in the
discuss
E.
that in the E mental health episode. And we'll discuss access as well, or we'll separate that into another episode. Who knows? Who knows what we're gonna do? We're doing all sorts of crazy stuff on.
You guys just gotta keep on listening.
Just gotta keep on listening. So, anyways, my last little point is social distancing even a thing anymore? I think it is for a lot of people, especially older people. I noticed when I was at my parents' condo that it was one person per in the elevator.
Yeah.
They took that shit seriously. Like, they
Yeah,
took that
no,
shit,
they
like,
don't play.
in my building.
Some people, they'll you know, like, they're okay with it. The service people that come to the building, they're okay with it because like they're company stuff. But like, you know, they're up there with the people that are getting it. So
Yeah, they're
the
older.
risk factors,
the risk
you know,
factor's higher. But like in my building, for example, you have to literally stand in once your elevator's at max capacity.
Yeah, I've seen this girl literally do this. So
once your elevator is at max capacity, which is 3, if anyone who lives in my building is listening, 3. So I have to stand with my hand out in a stop sign position,
like, no,
to be like, no, it's full. We're at max capacity. I'm sorry. COVID. Those are my exact words every single time. COVID.
I've
COVID,
accidentally
COVID.
almost walked in on elevators while people are there, and I just back it right on up. Like,
sorry.
I'm
Just
sorry.
Two step back.
I was looking at my phone. Sorry.
Didn't see you there.
Sometimes
Sorry,
I'm like, yo, this
Like-
must be God telling me to take the stairs because I've been eating too much shit. Just gonna-
You're one of the consumption people.
I'm like 6th floor. Like,
Going up. But anyways, yeah, like I don't even know if people like, especially people around my age, people who are like around your age, be like, it's not really a thing, especially summertime. People will find a way to have some kind of fun. If it's gonna be like I was walking with cousin Kim at the lake and there was tons of kids, tons of bicycles and kids and people just at the lakefront, you know. There was some idiot who started a bonfire. Like, people will do stupid shit.
I've seen that the
Like,
other day
people
too.
will do dumb. Like, when you don't allow people to do regular schmegular shit, they're gonna start doing dumb shit, like starting bonfires in the middle of the
Why do
day.
you think a man tried to
at,
stab
like-
up the police and the police had to run him down in Toronto?
Come
Like,
on.
why do you think things are going on in
People need entertainment. They need to, or they will find their own. That's what social distancing will lead to. It will lead to utter madness and stupidity because people will find a way to not distance themselves, number one, and on top of the fact that you've taken away their freedoms and everything, restaurants, movies, parties, everything you've taken away, they're gonna find some dumb shit to do. Like,
entertain themselves.
themselves, like bonfires in the middle of the day, like
Bonfires where it's not even legal to be putting bonfires.
And then we were on our way away from the spot, and the firefighters were coming, obviously, because people were smelling smoke all over the place.
Oh, you're lucky that the one that I went to, they had like the legal services already, like that the boardwalk or whatever. So like I just seen like there was 3 of them walking the boardwalk, seeing what mischief's going on. They seen the fire, they're like, "Yo, hold the seat. We're gonna go." The 2 of them went and just walked up. So like, I'm like, I hope these people put water on this fire, because like if you made these people walk all the way to you to say, "Hey, put that fire out," you're ignorant. Like, you wanted some type of trouble to come and pass your way. Like, you wanted a citation.
You wanted
Cool.
them to know who you were and what you were about.
Cool.
Exactly. That's
Like,
that you wanted them to know who you
cool.
were, because people are doing this random dumb shit in the streets now. So like, and I feel like some people are even like just going out at this point. To, like I said, they're buying dogs to just be outside. Like, they're going out to be out. Like, they can't stand. Like, especially the people. I thought to go back to this building, but like I see people just walking in the parking lot, like just walking.
Just
Old
to get
people
their
with their
fresh
walkers,
air.
just their fresh air.
No, but remember, that's
Like-
also back to routine. These people are also used to a routine. They can go walk to the grocery store. They can go walk to whatever, and now they can't
have
go
to
walk
line
for
up, and
safety.
they have to be in the first hour.
So
is their time.
So
and
they gotta they gotta stay active certain ways. So they'll just go and walk the parking lot. It's a safe
I just
area.
I feel like it's not working anymore, but it's also not going anywhere. Because those stickers look like they're hella on tight on the grounds of these
Let me tell you,
stores.
I just saw
Those
one
stickers look
grocery store.
stuck.
They picked up the duct tape and put down some real stickers. I had to ask the
They're
girl,
like, this
I'm
is
like,
the
you
new
guys are
normal.
buckling in, eh?
Yeah,
She's like,
this is the new normal. We're not doing
she's like,
temporary
we just
tape
got
no
them.
more.
We just got
Yeah.
them, so
Oh my
it's not
gosh.
going nowhere.
It is not going anywhere. I will try to adhere to social distancing when I remember, but you could stay away from me as easily as I could stay away from you. So that's my whole stance. On
Yep,
social
that's
distancing.
true.
Like, I should just be able to walk the streets. and I'm not saying I'm going to be ignorant about it. Like I'm not
Don't
gonna
be a
walk
pedestrian.
I'm not going to walk in the middle.
Don't be a pedestrian.
I walk on the left hand side when it warrants the left hand side. I'll walk on the right hand side when it warrants the right hand side. But in order for me to walk upon the streets, to pass, so you could pass me, and I have to walk where the bikes are, or walk on the street where the cars are.
Well,
no,
you
you
live
could walk on
you're
the street
downtown,
where the bikes
so
are, and you could walk on the street where the cars are. I'm walking in a straight line till I get to my destination.
I sense some hostility, and this is what we were talking about. Social distancing is causing like it's just a street. Oh, it's just a street.
No, it's not just a street. It's
hostility.
It's what the street means.
It's okay. It's okay.
Do you have any final thoughts on social distancing?
No, man. Just I'm gonna do my best to adhere by the rules before they lock a black woman up. Because I feel like I'll be the first
in these streets these days.
I feel like I'd be the first. Like, you're not social distancing. You didn't sanitize your hand coming into this establishment.
Locked up, they won't let me out.
I got 2 kids.
I got 2 kids. I don't have any, and like I said, I'm walking in a straight line, so watch out. That's what's up.
Yeah, just take time,
Straight
people.
line.
Like, come on.
You don't want to. We're playing a game of chicken. This is a straight,
you don't.
This is a straight game of chicken.
For you.
This is a straight game of chicken. I'm not moving. For you. I'm not moving.
No, I'm ducking and weaving.
Not me.
I'll stand firm till I can't stand firm no more.
No, not me. I'm straight line. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But anyways, let them know. I think, let them know how they can reach us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can reach us this way. We've been having a little bit of a little tiny incy bit of technological with our email, but we know you guys are reaching out. And
I will be responding.
Yes.
I'm so sorry
for any delayed responses.
Emails that have come through that have not been responded to. They all just seem to pop up at once.
We didn't realize
last couple of days. So.
We didn't realize that the information we were feeding you wasn't getting fed to us. So we will do better. Okay,
mismanagement.
It's okay. We'll do better. So if you guys want to reach us, you can reach us at dysh at daintydysh.com. So that's DYSH at DAINTYDYSH.com. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts,
give us a 505.
And if you're listening to us on any other type of streaming service, thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want to get a hold of me and Onika on social media, our IG for the podcast is Dainty Dish Podcast. So that's DAINTYDYSHPODCAST. If you'd like to get a hold of me individually, my Instagram is thatmuvabadxo. So that's THATMUVABADXO. And if you'd like to get a hold of Onika, hers is
Best of Onika. That's BESTOFONIKA. And before you,
and yes, as well, I will not end this one without asking and saying, as if you want to get in touch with our producer L, his IG is
it's.elo, ITS.ELO.
So I'll repeat that just in case you guys didn't hear. So it's.elo, so ITS.ELLO. Oh, there we go. Yes.
And you can also find Elliot on our website if you've never seen him, what he looks like.
Yeah, I've been doing some updating. I'm fully taking on that ownership.
The ownership of the updating of the website.
So there's some new updates coming, guys.
There'll be some bios up in the next week, I'm hoping. And
wait, because we haven't mentioned it yet. We have merch, guys.
Oh my gosh,
merch!
Woo!
We have merch, so that will be going up.
That'll be going up as well, and how you can get a hold of us to get some of that merch sent to you. I'll just wait for a surprise. I'm gonna surprise them with the shirts. It's shirts. Okay, so it's shirts.
Yeah, I don't know you as well. Thanks for the. But I'm gonna surprise them.
I can't keep a secret. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But what they say on them, I will keep a secret.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You'll see when it's released on the website. So you guys just stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So keep checking daintydish.com. But that has been the dish of the day. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. I was just thinking.
I was about to do it for you because
has it been the dish of the day? Is that all we have to say? Are we done?
We
We are. Okay. That has been the dish of the day. I hope y'all have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.